Hi and welcome back to Locator Gaming. Today I'm going to continue playing on with Descent. I had a pretty bad cold, so it's been a while since I recorded anything because I couldn't go any while without coughing. But I'm ready to start playing again, and it's actually been a little bit of even more time since I played Descent because I was really into Gloomhaven Digital right before I got that cold. But I'm going to get back into Descent here. I think the mission that I'm going to go on, I'm going to take Bryn and Galadin, so I've got them out here with their weapons and stuff, but we're going to do some stuff in the app first before we go out to the scenario. So I think actually I should zoom into the app here. So I think there are some story events outside, but I want to check the store here. So we've got 224 gold. We've got a recipe here for a braided pommel. That's 120. What is this? Robe of camaraderie. After you gain a condition, you may suffer 2 fatigue. If you do, another hero within 3 spaces of you also gains that condition. So if we got like prepare or focus, if we were close to each other, I don't know if I'm that in love with that. Seer's blades for 2 fatigue. During your attack, add 1 success. If the enemy has a status, reduce this ability's cost by 1. So right now we have the mirror blades, which is on a surge. During your attack, add 2 successes. If there's no heroes adjacent to you, add 3 successes instead. Oh, I think I really like this better, so I don't think I'm going to be spending any of this money. Let's look at these things here, the materials. Do we need any of those? There's that purple one, the white one, the fire, and the stones. We've got the purple one, that one. I think we're good on the stuff in the store. So we can refresh the stuff in the store by doing these narrative events. Travel, travel, travel. I don't remember if we get an encounter on the way to a narrative event or if it's just missions or scenarios or whatever you want to call them. Find a small graveyard that has tripled in size with recent additions, a few without headstones. You keep a small stone from one, a remembrance of those who will always be forgotten. The following added to your inventory, 1 Mortos. So we did have an event on the way, okay. Varix, Killian, Galadin ascend the winding path up the mountainside, the wind whipping past them violently as they approach the monastery of Kelos. This place might be where the Dread are hiding out. That's what I heard, but we'll find out when we reach it. And why do you think it could be the Dread? It's a remote monastery devoted to the worship of Kelos, the god of fire. Kelos is revered by more than just the Dread. Yes, but I want us to investigate this place just to be sure. The 3 of them reach the doors to the monastery. Varix steps forward and bangs the large brass knocker 3 times, then steps back. Who are these weird people in the background? After a moment, the door swings inward, and greeting them is a dragon hybrid in flowing orange and yellow robes. He looks old. Greetings, travelers. Come in out of that wind. Master Galgoraz holds the door open for the 3 companions to enter, and then closes it behind them. The roar of the wind becomes muffled and distant. The foyer is warmed by fires burning from multiple braziers. I am Master Galgoraz. Tell me, what brings travelers such as yourselves to our humble monastery? Varix seems perplexed at the sight of another dragon hybrid, especially here in this monastery to Kelos. Kaylee steps forward to respond in Varix's silence. I'm Kaylee, and this is Galadin and Varix. We heard of your monastery to Kelos and thought we'd pay a visit. Of course, how grand. Visitors are always welcome. Master Galgoraz leads them out to the foyer. As they walk, they pass a room where students, mainly humans, with some hybrids, orcs, dwarves, and others, conduct their studies. Varix pauses for a moment to observe before catching up with their companions. They finally come to a meeting room, the center of which is dominated by a long, low table made of shining brass. Everyone sits. Now, what is I can do for y'all? Are you hungry? Yes. Of course, the dwarf is going to say yes. Master Galgoraz, we are curious, what sort of teachings take place here? Teachings? Why, those of the sacred fire of Kelos. I haven't noticed much dragon iconography here. Ah, I begin to understand. We are not Dread. Kelos has many sects, and the Dread are simply one of those. You will find that our beliefs are more orthodox. What sort of beliefs? That Kelos' fire is for more than destruction. It brings warmth in cold places. It brings light to the darkness. Fire represents the burning passion, determination within each of us. Ours is the fire which tempers natural strength. giving it direction and purpose. Well, Varix, that doesn't sound so bad. Excuse me for a moment, and I'll return with refreshments. Master Galgraz leaves the room, and Geladin leans closer to Varix. I don't think we have anything to fear from this monastery. If anything, they seem like potential allies. The order seems admirable, and they're even led by a hybrid. Perhaps I could find my place among them as well. The group chooses. No, we won't find our path by adopting human ways, or no, I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to give up. So all my people are free of the Dragon Lords. I cannot entertain such fancies. Don't worry, Varix. You're doing great work with us. If eventually ye decide to come back here, they would be lucky to have ye. Now let's hope Master Galgraz is bringing a full feast. Kelly's excitement abates when Master Galgraz returns with a single serving tray, carrying a carafe and 4 brass cups. Now let's enjoy a social visit over ember water while our meal is prepared. It's rare for us to entertain guests, and you're welcome to stay as long as you like. Small settlement lies quiet and solemn as you pass through. Every building has been reduced to ash, and not a soul can be found, dead or alive. Funny how this is really close to that monastery that worships the fire god. And we got an Ignos. Even more materials. Long walk home. All the other bad stuff that's happening in the land just pauses while we take these long journeys around the map. Okay, let's check the store again. Ooh, what is this? Stormbound Pendant. During your attack, if the enemy has not been attacked this round, it suffers 1 through 7 additional damage. So that's going to be a trinket, probably, right? Oh, I really like the Bloodthirsty Bracers, though. And this Wanderer's Stone lets me do something different. But if there's enemies far away... What's this one? At the start of each quest, gain 1 random consumable. Does that count against our limit of 3, or does that get added to it? I really like this trinket. 1 to 7 additional damage. Only if you have an attack this round, though. If I want to buy something else later, do I have a lot of stuff I can sell? Well, let's also look at these materials. I don't have any of those. Or those, I don't think. Oh, actually I do. I've got 4 and 2, so I don't need those materials. What's this? Curios? Do I have Curios? Yeah, only 25. I kind of like having the option in case maybe I don't want to take the Wanderer's Stone. I really like having that option of doing something else other than getting rid of fatigue, though. I do have a... I need to go look at something. I have a upgraded something. Is it this? No. Oh, it's this. Ice Storm. That I don't have the base Ice Storm to even craft the upgraded one. I think I'm gonna get it. I guess that always gives me the option of like flipping a card or something on my turn, or preparing. Doing more exploring while there's enemies on the map. I'll get it. If there's something cool that comes in the next, after the next story. So where are my trinkets? My trinket cards. Right here. So there was the brew basket, Stormbound pendant. So there's the card. Stormbound pendant. It's the exact same thing that we saw on the screen. I think I'll try it out this time. So instead of the Wanderer's Stone. It's good to try other things that the game offers to play with, right? I think I'm okay without that. So let's go out and do that other... The Orcs of Forthin. An orc caravan has arrived in the village of Camsford, and Kaylee, Varix, and Chance set out to find out if they are friend or foe. We really should have done this like at the same time we did the other one. A group of refugees greets the travelers with weapons in hand, thrusting farm implements and sharpened stakes at them. Stay back, the refugees warn. We won't be carried off as sacrifices to your dark gods. My companions, stay back and let the refugees pass. So that was just one of a random event that didn't give us anything. Usually we get something from those. Crafting materials or something like that. Okay, more reading. Kelly, Chance, and Varix head to the village of Camsford looking to investigate reports of an altercation with orcs. As they enter the village square, an aged orc dressed in long dark robes moves past groups of concerned-looking villagers. Hello there, name's Kelly, and these are my friends, Chance and Varix. Pleasant afternoon, Kaylee. I'm Elder Mock. The Barukzan Band, the Red Hawk Band, has consented to allow me to speak for them with those who dwell in stone. What seems to be the problem, Elder? We've heard that Camsford has fallen on difficult times of late, bandits and brigands along the roads, harassing merchants and travelers. My kin have come to Camsford to offer their services. We're capable warriors to the last, and would gladly help keep Camsford safe. We've heard that some of the villagers are less trusting of your intentions. Perhaps, yes, it is nothing we have not encountered before, but I assure you, we seek only a mutually beneficial exchange. Camsford gets peace of mind, and we get some coin to help us get by. Ah, a fair trade to be sure. Chance suddenly tenses, tail twitching. He sniffs the air briefly, eyes darting about. Precisely. As I said, my kin are battle-tested and capable. Their blades would serve anyone well. Anyone, you say? So Chance disappeared and this outlaw prince person shows up. Varix and Kaylee turn to face the newcomer. At the same time, they realize that Chance has vanished into the crowd. The outlaw prince strides forward confidently. He grins as he offers his hand to Elder Mock, giving it a firm shake. I've seen your company, Mock, and I agree. They're some of the finest fighters I've met. If it's coin you're looking for, well, I have plenty to spare. Before they can hear Elder Mock's response, two fury paws grab Varix and Kaylee and pull them away into the cover of the gathered crowd. Chance, what's going on? We cannot let the outlaw prince hire these orcs. Who knows what scheme he has in mind? Whatever it takes, we must convince Elder Mock and his company to side with us. We've money too, and I'm sure we could offer more than the outlaw prince. Well, I just spent most of it. The barony can cover the costs. Perhaps we can convince them without costing us more coin. They boast of being combat tested. I wonder if they've ever tested themselves against a legion of Uthuk. The outlaw prince doesn't take losing a bid very well. The group chooses. Let's offer more money, or let's offer them the chance to face the Uthuk. They said they needed coin. I guess we offer them more money. Now, we're going to have them. Let's offer them a chance to face the Uthuk. That is sure to excite Elder Mock. They rejoin the others. Elder Mock is listening closely to the Outlaw Prince's offer as he looks over his company of orcs. Elder? The Outlaw Prince stops mid-sentence as he and Elder Mock turn to regard Varix. If it is a test you seek, then the barony would like to hire you, giving you the opportunity to test yourselves against the Uthuk. Elder Mock's eyes widen in surprise, and the Outlaw Prince's jaw clenches tightly in anger. That is absurd. These simple ruffians won't buy you any time against the Uthuk. Simple? Ruffians? Varix, on behalf of my company, we accept the barony's offer. Our blades are yours. Elder Monk returns to his company, and the outlaw prince closes in, glaring furiously at Varix. These orcs won't save you against the Uthuk, and you're a bigger fool than I expected for thinking they will. You best be on your way, sir. No one here has any interest in what you have to say. The outlaw prince spins about, stomping off through the village. Chance quietly slinks up beside Kaylee and Varix. I almost said Calyx, like the board game shelf. Thank you, Kaylee. I only wish that I had the bravery to stand up to him so boldly. Nonsense, Chance. You're braver than most, even if you don't always feel like it. Now come on, let's head back and see where we can send Mock's company. All right. An old shrine lights an otherwise dark wood. You meditate and leave a small tribute at space. An hour later, you find a translucent crystal in your pack that hums softly. We got a Lumos. See what came into the store, if it's worth buying. The same braided pommels. Barbed knives. During your attack, after you spend a surge, add a success. So let's look at Chance's current throwing knives. During your attack, afflict the enemy. Let's go back here. This is what we currently have. And I want to see what the damage and stuff is too. What is this one called? Barbed knives. Pierce, range 4, attack 2, 2 fatigue. I think I like these better. So I think we will actually sell some stuff to get money to replace Chance's weapon for next time we have Chance. So let's sell. Got so many herbs. We can sell, let's just sell up to 200. And this would, if the enemy is weak to any of your attack damage types, you also would expose them. I think we're good. Really wants us to get this braided pommel. So let's add this weapon to our stack of stuff. We're not too worried about Chance right now, though, because Chance is not going to go on this mission. So before we go on the mission, let's actually go see what we can craft. We're taking Bryn. What do we have currently? I guess is a good thing to look at. So for Bryn, has no hilt. We've got Warden's Blade and Diamond Blade. What are we using? Warden's Blade. If the enemy has not been attacked this round, your weapon's damage increases by 50%. That's a 10% chance. And the enemy becomes weak to pierce. Oh, I literally like these ones that add a that have the potential of adding another weakness. All right. We have no component. We have no pommels. Maybe we should buy the braided pommels, unless we have something we can craft. So for both of these two characters we're about to take, we need to look at hilts and pommels. Here's a hilt. After the attack, choose another hero to immediately attack the enemy. So if we're close to each other, that would be nice. Here's another one. Heal 1. If you have an injury, heal 2. If you have an injury, your weapon's damage increases by 1. The enemy becomes weak to slash. Ooh, that adds another weakness. And the weapon is a slashing weapon. I really like this. We have a 25% chance of making them weak to the damage type. Okay, we're going to craft that pommel. Wait, what does the pommel go on? That's what I don't like. I wish it would tell me. Oh, that goes on here. Okay, so that would go on the hammer. No, I don't like that as much. So let's do the healing one. 15% chance, 10% chance that someone else gets to attack, but they'd have to have the right weapon equipped, either their ranged weapon or be next to it for their melee weapon. I guess the heal. Another hero is injured may either attack or heal too, 20% chance. Okay, let's craft. Well, let's look at Galadin first, maybe so we don't use up anything that we. We've got an upgrade here. Your weapon's damage is doubled, 5% chance. That seems good. We do have redstone pommels. If the enemy is Uthuk, your weapon's 100% chance. Oh, we're taking that. Right? We're definitely taking that. We might as well upgrade this thing because we are using the Forgotten Offhand. And I think for his feet, we need to be using our blades. What do we got here is for arrows. Move the enemy 2 spaces towards you. So we could move it towards us with our bow 1 round. If we could flip, then use our swords. 50% chance to expose the enemy. Do we have an arrow currently? 50% chance the enemy is doomed. So I like exposing better than dooming because exposing we get more damage. And I'm pretty sure it takes effect on that attack. Which is kind of key. That would use all of our bones. Maybe I don't care about that. Unless I need to craft something else with bones, I guess. Okay, so before we forget, let's go in and update this stuff. So now we've got that pommel. And it already put on our upgraded Forgotten Offhand. That's cool. And we're going to switch to the marksman bow to expose the enemy. All right, for Bryn. Healing or the extra attack? I mean, this is good just in case we're injured. What do we have on currently? If the enemy has not been attacked. Oh. That's only a 10% chance, though. 50% increase in damage. Our sword is 3, so it would probably rounds down, so that would only add 1. I don't know, maybe it totals everything up and then. No, it won't do that. It's probably just changing the base damage, right? This is for the hammer. Another hero is injured may either attack or heal to 20% chance. Don't have any bone for that. If we get this, it's 50% chance. We might be a little more aggressive with her being like a tank typey character. This is a 50% chance. I think we got to go for these ones that have much more chance of actually going, actually proccing, you know. And I think we'll do this heal one. I don't want these consumables. I mean, if they did damage, this one lets you move, but I kind of like I've got the rabbit foot potion then that's upgraded that lets me move 4. The antidote potion to get rid of some stuff, and the healing potion, the vigor potion. Okay, I want that. I want that hilt, and I think that's it. I think we're set. I'm not doing this side quest yet. I think it was, yeah, this one. The town of Fallowhearth, final resting place of Bryn's cousin Catherine, is in peril from Uthuk raiders. Oh, it's Uthuk, so we're going to get a benefit of the thing we just crafted. The townsfolk must be protected, and perhaps Bryn can use this opportunity to come to peace with Catherine's final fate.
Have no fear, my friends.
So it's going to be Bryn and Galadin. That's his name, right? Yes. Hope so, because I've been kind of calling him that this entire time. Marshal's Warhammer and Warden's Blade, yes. Backroot Bow and Mirror Blade, yes. Stormbound Pendant, and we gotta take the Bloodthirsty Bracers. I mean, 3 extra damage when something's already been damaged. I don't know why I wouldn't ever take that. What's kind of a bummer about only playing 2 characters is not being able to take more of these trinkets. I kind of think some of these things were designed that, like, hey, let's design it around a party of 4, like everyone's gonna be playing with 4 characters all the time. Because it'd be awesome to have that skull thing in, so we were just getting more and more recipes. And that Wanderer Stone thing, that just only needs to be on 1 character, and it benefits every single character. This is during your attack. If the enemy has not been attacked this round, it suffers 1 through 7 additional damage. Well, that's better than I thought it was. I don't know why I was thinking that if we didn't attack an enemy during the round, it would take damage like at the end of the round, but yeah, so like on your first attack during that round, Bryn is just going to do a lot more damage. That's kind of OP, it sounds like, too. I'm actually really glad I bought that now. No encounter on the way. On the road outside Fallowhearth, Bryn finds a battlefield. A Uthuk war party fell upon a group of Forthan soldiers. There's only 1 survivor? Lieutenant Rand. Lady Bryn, I'm glad to see you. It's Rand, isn't it? Yes, your ladyship. I was leading a detachment on patrol, looking for the Uthuk. It seems you found them. Are you injured? I'll live, but I won't be doing any more fighting today. My lady, the Uthuk, they were making right for Fallowhearth. Ride for Haimont. Tell Baroness Adeline everything you saw. The villagers will have fallen back to the castle, where my cousin once... Let's go. We got an encounter right there. 3 poles have been hammered into the ground by the side of the trail. Each is crowned with a skull, dabbed with some pigment that might be blood, a deer skull, a horse skull, and a human skull. The companions pause long enough to knock the poles down before continuing on. Following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 10 metal. Where did the metal come from? That should have been bones. That's kind of weird. Oh, from the chains, I guess. All right. After traveling through another abandoned village, Bryn and her companions come to Fallowhearth Keep. I see light in the windows. Someone's inside. A scream echoes from somewhere close by. Let's get inside before the Uthuk kill anyone else. The companions rush for the doors, only to find the Uthuk are already here. Okay. So I got a comment about the white borders here can tell you where the edge of the map is going to be, but I thought I had seen before. Does it change when you rotate the map? I guess not. Okay, so 3 short pillars for 15A. We need 2, 9, 10, 12, 15. All right, 2. 12. 10. 9 and 15 will be at the bottom. Putting them in numerical order. I say it every time. my fingers could actually grab something. Okay, now... It's been a while since I played. I'm actually kind of excited to get back into this. I have, like I said, I was sick and I haven't been able to play anything for a while. All right, let's move down here. 2 and 9, just like that. Fairly close to us. I'll talk about my setup here in just a minute. We want to be interior with all this stuff. Flipped this way. Touching like this. And we're going to move over so we can actually see it. I wonder actually if I should just do it sideways. We'll see what comes out. Tree. I got a tree right here. Nope, tree right there. Archway. The well. Treasure chest. And the well's down here somewhere. Or is it out? Nope, it's not out. Oh, thought I felt it. Okay, well, here. Treasure chest up there. 2 doors, so it's going to continue that way. Okay, so we're going to flip it. And I will move the app in just a second. It's probably still going to be in the way, but after we move over to this direction, we can probably move the app back to the other side of the screen. All right, door. You find the keep's gate smashed in. The bodies of Uthuk and a Fallowhearth's town guard clear the ground. Inside, the remaining guards have set up a defensive position. Okay, spawn the following enemies. We need an orange zealot. Do I have a zealot out here? I do, but you're green. Probably no hybrids with the Uthuk. So we'll take orange from you. And next to the tree, between the tree and the well, we're probably going to start over here somewhere. Several guards stand behind the barricade. Exhausted but alive, one of them, wearing the armor of a guard captain, reloads a crossbow. They can't hold out much longer without help. Place 1 explorer token. Did I miss putting up the barricade? Probably didn't see it because of the archway. Here. And this is even with the treasure chest right there. Place the heroes on the highlighted spaces. Yes. So I want to engage Galadin's feet involves his blades. So I actually should be switching. I should start on the blades, I mean. All right, so let's just make sure that's it. Bren draws her weapon and bells her rallying cry. The Uthuk whirl to face her. Let's drive back those Uthuk. Then we can see to the people of Fallowhearth. Defeat the Uthuk and speak with the guard captain. All right, it's our turn. Maybe I should rotate this. So we'll see if, I guarantee, I shouldn't say guarantee, but I'm betting more enemies are going to come onto the map. Does it tell me what these guys do? That was just, holy cow, 34 health? Why does that seem like a lot? Okay, I already talked about the potions that I've brought. On Galadin, I have Slayer Leather. Adds 2 extra health. After your attack, if the enemy is defeated, you may suffer 3 fatigue to attack again. So if there's multiple enemies on the map, that's beneficial. I'm on the Swear Vengeance side. 3 fatigue. During your turn, expose an enemy in line of sight, which again is 20% hero attack damage. Starting on the Mirror Blade side, my skills. I have 2 XP, so I can bring 2 skills, right? So we can peek at this real quick. Hero skills, 2 XP. So Galadin has Prowess Flow, Confer Precision, and Bryn, I mean, they've only got the 2. Oh, yeah, this is cool. It tells you which direction you're going on all your choices. Wow, Galadin has had a lot of choices to make. And then also, just to recap the feats, attack an undamaged enemy with your blades, and then Bryn wants to deal damage to zealots and bandits. Oh, this is a zealot. Wow, this is actually pretty good. So we want Galadin to go first because Galadin's is undamaged. It needs to do undamaged, needs to attack an undamaged enemy. I don't know why that was such a struggle to get out of my mouth. So with the 2 extra armor, 11 total health here. I'm starting on the prowess side for 1 fatigue after you roll. If you rolled a surge, add a success. And precision for 1 fatigue after you roll. If you did not roll a surge, add a surge. I thought these might combo, but this one specifically says if you rolled a surge. This one just is adding a surge. So I don't think that actually works. Like, I can't use this surge to trigger this one, I don't think. Bryn is going to start on probably the hammer side. I guess the difference here, because both of these are melee weapons, really is just, because they're both 3 damage, is really just the type of damage you think the enemy is going to be weak against. And I don't know weaknesses here. They're both question marks. The blade side, oh, actually, wait. Who got that hilt? I think it was Galadin who got the hilt, right? Yeah. Galadin has the Uthuk hilt. Okay. I'm glad you can look at this stuff in here because clearly it's only been 5 minutes and I can't remember anything. 2 fatigue during your attack or defense if you're adjacent to another hero. Add 1 success. We should start with that because we will be next to Galadin when we attack. And we've got, for an action, 2 heroes within 3 spaces of you may each prepare a card, which lets you flip them. 2 heroes within 3 spaces can focus. So the other side of that one lets you get rerolls. After you defeat an enemy, you or an adjacent hero can discard 2 fatigue, which is good. We're starting on the side that, for an action, we can move 3 and then attack an enemy. But then we have to flip this card after we do that. And I'm also using the armor here, just adds a success on defense. But for a surge on defense, I can add another success, and I get to focus a card. 10 health. Our armor doesn't add any health for Bryn. But having a success every defense is kind of like saving a health every time you're attacked, which is better than just getting 1 extra health. All right. Galadin's going to go first. We'll get our movement points. So 4. That's our movement action. We'll move to here. We become impeded and lose the rest of the movement. We'll use an action to attack. So our attack is the blue die. We're using our mirror blades. Should I have exposed first? This guy has so much health and 3 potential armor. I think I will expose him, so I'm going to spend 3 fatigue. We're attacking this guy, exposing him. With the mirror blades. The enemy cannot suffer damage from attacks with slash and is immune to affliction. What? Well, great. That's terrible. That makes my decision on these weapons. I should have looked at that first, but I wouldn't have known that at the start of the scenario, right? Okay, so actually the first action needs to be to flip the weapons over. And then attack. Wow, that's terrible. So I got a surge. Surge here. I can suffer fatigue to prepare a card. During your attack, I shouldn't have moved then. Right? Yeah, I really shouldn't move. Because I would have been able to look at the enemy's ability, which I really should have done and remember to do now at the beginning of every round. This is still kind of good though. So this surge, we'll use the surge from the weapon. During your attack, add 2 if you've not moved. So that's a base of 3. We'll take a fatigue on here because after you roll, if you rolled a surge, add 1. So that's 4. We did roll a surge, so we can't add a surge. So it's going to be 4. Oh! Is there an undo? I forgot to switch it to... I guess I just do it again, right? I forgot to switch it off of mirror blades. Yeah, I'm just going to do it again. It's not like it's going to change anything. He didn't take any damage. 4. Marksman arrow trigger. Oh, he got exposed from that. I didn't. I don't think double exposure does anything. He got 2 extra damage from being exposed. Okay. He didn't block anything, which is good. So Galadin is done. Yeah, Galadin is done. We'll go to Bryn's turn. We have to work out the cobwebs on the game here in my mind. So we'll get our movement. 1, 2. I kind of want to go here. I'm still adjacent. Wait, no, we're not going to get our movement. We'll use First, we're going to take an action to flip our stupid weapon. Then we're going to do this action on her card. Do I want to take... can I take fatigue for anything first? Because this flips. No, what does Daze and Enfeeble do? Daze 10% secondary weapon effect chances. Enfeeble minus 20 enemy attack damage. So we still have our movement action available. I usually put that here, I guess, when I haven't used it yet, and then up here when I'm using it. That's right. So we're doing this. That would have let us shift 3, which... So we wouldn't have become impeded or anything because of shift doesn't get impeded. But that's okay. Oh, that's so bad that this Uthuk, with our new pommel, we couldn't use it. So we get to do an attack now. Bryn uses the black die. Anything that we can add? Nothing from that. Oh, see? Yeah, I really screwed up by not paying attention to pretty much everything, actually. Because now the Stormbound Pendant is not going to trigger. It would have been way better for Bryn to go first. Stormbound Pendant would have triggered. Then Galadin could have shot. Bloodthirsty Bracers would have triggered. Okay. 2 successes. So no surges or anything. But why not? We'll take the fatigue to add a success, so that's 3, and then we will daze the enemy, maybe to have something trigger, hopefully. We're using the Warhammer. Dazing it, and we got 3 successes. Fortified Half triggered. You or another hero who has already taken their turn this round may focus a card. We will take a reroll where Galadin's already gone, so we'll put it there. That's fine. So 11 out of 25 because we did the damage. That at least helped for that feat. That was both of the actions. If we wanted to move, I don't think we can move diagonal in between this piece of terrain and the enemy. So I think we'll just stay where we are, and then our turn is done. Because we had to flip our stupid weapons. Okay. Resolve Infection and Terror. Each hero may discard a fatigue. So 1 there, and we will take the 1 off of Prowess. Mend. The Runeblade Zealot recovers 5 health. Wants to target Bryn. And they will move to their range, right? And then do 5. So it's a range of 3. And so we'll step back. I don't like that mending. Okay, so attack of 5 on Bryn. Bryn defends with the black die. Oh, we forgot to flip this after the attack. We can add fatigue to add to defense here. So let's see what we roll. 3 successes. We get 1 success from our armor. So that's 4. We'll just take a damage. That's fine. Down to 9. And done. The Rune Blade Zealot screams an alien incantation. Foreign, but for a single name. Bryn. Bryn's going to go first to get the Stormbound Pendant to trigger. So, let's get some actions here. Note that we will get our movement so we can move up. Let's go to here. We become impeded, so we lose the rest of the movement, even in those 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Well, we're going to attack with our Warhammer. So we got a success and a surge. During your or an adjacent hero's defense, that's not going to help. So our surge is add a success. This is a surge on defense. So just 2 successes. I'll spend this here again to make it 3 successes, and we will daze again. Using the Warhammer. 3 successes. So we did not find a weakness for this guy, but our Stormbound Pendant should trigger this time. Yes. What did it do? 4. And of course he's going to block 3 that time. Okay. So that gets us a 21 out of 25 on Keep the Peace. I think we attack again. Just to try to get that feat finished. And then if we don't finish him off, then Galadin can attack. We've also got the tree and the well over there to interact with on Galadin's turn. So yeah, we'll just use our other action to attack again. What did I get? Same result. That's not great, but I don't have any rerolls. And I can't add another one here. So I guess that's just 2 successes. I don't have an adjacent hero that can discard anything. So just 2. It's not going to be enough to kill it, I don't think. Yeah, only 3. You or another hero who has already taken their turn may focus a card. Oh, I wish I had that before. So let's focus... Reprieve? What's the other side of Reprieve? During your attack if your health is 5 or less. During your attack if you have an injury. Okay, so we're probably not going to be flipping that for a while. So we've got focus right there. And that's 1 point away also from finishing the feat. And he's going to do a big attack against Bryn next turn, so I really got to take this guy out. Okay, so let's go to Galadin. Galadin's range is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could just attack from where we are. Is there anything about being adjacent to enemy or our friends? No. Well, we'll get our movement. There's no reason not to get it now because we're not going to be impeded. We will go 1, 2 to here. So we're next to both of those terrain pieces. We get our 2 actions. And we'll spend 1 to attack with the bow. And we roll a blue die here for attacking. Okay, so we got a success and a surge. Surge here. We could suffer a fatigue. Oh, I always forget about this. I should not have moved, but oh well, it's too late. I already did. We'll use the surge on the bow instead. So that's 2. We've got 1 on here. That's 3. I don't think we need to be spending fatigue anywhere or re-rolling, because we got 3 successes here. Oh, and the bloodthirsty bracers. Yeah.
This is war. Take it all.
As the zealot falls, you notice lacerations all along her hands and arms. Prying open her fingers, you find a small stone inside. The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. Rune of Blades. What is that? Is it a trinket? An item? A consumable? Rune of Blades. I don't see that anywhere. Unless it's in here. Okay, so Zealot comes off. I can't believe we got 1 more damage to do for that stupid feat. Mana Weave, Wanderer's Stone. Rune of Blades. It should be a card. Costs 1 XP to equip. During a hero's attack, if the attack has the slash damage type, the hero may add 1. I don't already have it down here, do I? Well, I'm just kind of hoping that I didn't lose a card somewhere. Huh. That's weird. You can't use it now, though, right? Ironbound rune. Or is it on the back of something? Antidote potion, fire grenade. It does. It's not a consumable. Oh well. I guess I will look for it later. Yeah, because I can't use it now, so what's the point of trying to find it right now, right? Okay, so Galladin has another action. Let's interact with the well. I kind of know, I mean, I could get materials from the tree. The water is clear and without motion. Drink, toss a coin, or search your reflection. Toss a coin. The coin lands directly in the center of the pool, sending symmetrical ripples outward. I'm kind of thinking that as the campaign goes along, if you've continued to do that, I think something's going to happen. That was probably a waste. I'm not going to move because I want to interact with this train some more. I don't know why I went way over there. I should have stayed next to terrain with Bryn. Okay, we're done. Darkness phase. Let's get rid of some fatigue. We don't have any infection or terror. All right, so Bryn will just, I'm just going to go real quick here. Bryn will move right here with the movement, and I'm just going to interact with the tree. I'm going to pick the fruit to heal back up to 10. And Bryn's also going to forage the plants.
This is ours by right of salvage.
Okay, we got some herbs, got some stuff. Bryn is done. Galadin's turn. We'll interact with the well. You may discard 2 fatigue from each of your cards. Cool. So hero card is clean. And we'll do the last one, search your reflection. Test insight. Oh no, insight's -1. Both these characters have -1 insight. That's not too bad. We got 5, so 4. You may prepare 2 cards. You're held captive by terrible memories. Da, 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 da. Okay, prepare is getting ready to flip. We want our sword. And we'll have our hero card ready to flip, too. What's our other action? During your turn, you can shift 1 for a fatigue. Do I want that, or do I want the other side of maybe prowess? After you flip a card, focus it. It gets me more re-rolls. I like this side, though. But this actually helps you clear fatigue. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, that was a quick turn. Darkness phase, no infection or terror. We've only got 1 more fatigue. So now this is where I really like having the Wanderer's Stone, because sometimes you get stuff. Like here it'll say like prepare a card or focus a card if you don't want to clear off any fatigue. Like Galadin didn't need to clear off any fatigue that time. Okay, us again. I'm gonna have Bryn move. Let's have Galadin go first and interact with the tree. So Galadin is actually going. We've used 1, and we haven't moved yet. I have to do this or I will forget. Test might. Oh, I thought it was going to be agility. Bryn's might is better. Oh, this isn't great. So we got... Should I re-roll that? No, I'll save that for combat. I mean, this is just a terrain interaction. So we got 3 here, plus 1 on our card, so that's 4. And we got a surge. Do I care? I guess this adds 1 also. I could make it 5, though. And at the end of the phase, I could clear off the fatigue on here. Okay, so 1 fatigue. After you roll, if you roll the surge, add a success. So that's 5. Now we're going to spin this surge here to add another 1. So that's 6. You definitely swing up the branches. You find yourself a great vantage point and prepare 2 cards. We've got so many prepared cards. We've only got 2 more cards we can prepare, which is fine. Okay. Now, I don't know if we want this barricade. Can we interact with the archway? Probably not. Those 2 things are tapped out. Let's get our movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... And then what? For our other action. We don't need to explore. We don't need to fight. We could just maneuver to get 4 more movement points. We don't have any unique actions. I guess we will. Let's go to the treasure chest. 1, 2, 3. So next turn we can interact with it. Or do I want Bryn to get there? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Maybe I'll just have Bryn do it this turn. Let's just go here and just call it done. we have to actually interact with the blue tokens. If it was a white token, then we would actually have to click on it now since we're standing next to it. Okay, Bryn's gonna go. Get her 3 movement points. Action 1, 2, 3. Do another action 1, 2. And technically we'll have another movement point left. Actually, you know what? I do not want to be standing next to this barricade in case an enemy pops out, right? When an enemy attacks heroes adjacent, the enemy adds 1. Yes. So if you get attacked and you're next to a barricade, it's bad news. Either way around for both sides, us and the bad guys. So we're using our last action for Bryn to interact with the treasure chest. I guess I could have clicked on it. We're both negative insight. So 3 comes down to 2 because of our stupidity. And that's okay. We only got 1 fatigue here. Anything that we can do after you defeat an enemy. We didn't defeat the enemy though. No. So we're really at 2 and the surge adds 1, so that's 3. So this is just going to be a multi-turn attempt on that thing. We've got 1 movement point left. Just stay next to the chest for next turn. Okay, we discard that fatigue. There's probably going to be a huge onslaught of enemies at some point, because this is kind of slow at the moment. So let's just start with Bryn. So Bryn's going to go. We don't need to get our movement yet. We will interact with the chest. Testing insight again. So that's 4. I mean, the rerolls are good for combat. That's going to end up only being 3 again.
Good. Grab it and keep moving.
Okay, so we got an Ignos, some metal, and some gold. All right. I'll just put this up here. So we've got an action in our movement left. Galadin still hasn't acted yet. So let's get our 3 movement to go 1, 2. Yeah, we'll stay adjacent because we get some adjacency bonuses. Staying away from the barricade. That gives us 1 movement left, and we'll spin an action to interact with the token. The guard captain rests his crossbow against the barricade much longer, and we would have been done for. He wipes sweat from his brow. Then his eyes fix on Bryn. Lady Catherine? No. Lady Bryn? I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would be you coming. Bryn waves off the momentary confusion. How have you fared here? How have you fared against the Uthuk? How are your guards holding together? Let's worry about the men and women of the guard. I've lost a good number of my best, he says, but nearly everyone without a sword at their side made it here in one piece. The Uthuk are trying to grab anyone they could and carry them off. Not to anywhere good, I'd bet. Guard captain tugs on his beard. The Uthuk have been relentless. Another group could be here in a matter of minutes. We've pushed them back every time, but every time they get closer. Place tile 6A. Okay, we gotta move the map up a little bit. Reach. Okay, so maybe this isn't exactly like next to it. Must not be. That looks all crooked. I think that's just the angle of the camera. How are we going to get up there? Townsfolk are gathered in that room there. They're scared, and not just of the Uthuk. Everyone knows the stories about this place being haunted. I've heard more than a little chatter about people taking their chances with the Uthuk rather than stay here and falling prey to a curse or a vengeful ghost. Place 1 shelf and 2 explore tokens. Here. Here. Shelf. Here. $8A. Now clear on the other side. Oh, this game. Come to think of it, Lady Bryn, the rest of the keep may be worth a look. Lady Catherine spent a good deal of time here. May she rest. I sent a few of the able-bodied villagers to look for supplies, but they came back empty-handed and trembling like they'd seen Wykar the Undying himself. Place 1 door, 1 explore token, and 1 sight token. Okay, so the sight token goes there, the explorer token goes there, and a door. Do I have a door out there? Nope. And a door. A war horn sounds from somewhere beyond the ruined gate. Ruined. That's the signal. More Uthuk on the march. Not much time left. He has his crossbow. I'd appreciate any help you can give us preparing our defense, but we can only last so long. Any help, and help yourself to our supplies. More Uthuk will arrive in 4 rounds. Investigate the haunting and protect the townsfolk. One last thing, Lady Bryn, says the guard captain. I have enough bodies to help secure the keep. We are preparing to hit back against the Uthuk and assign guards to the townfolk themselves. But I've only got soldiers enough for one or the other. Bryn chooses. Strike back or protect the townsfolk. We gotta protect the people. Protect those who can't protect themselves, Bryn commands. So long as we can save the people of Fallowhearth, we have not lost. As you say, my lady, the guard captain orders his best guards to keep a watchful eye on the townsfolk and come between them and danger if necessary. The guards will prevent a townsfolk token from being captured. Discard this explore token. Oh, no, wait, I don't have that stone in the right place. It should be here. And this is right up next to this. But I can't get up there. Without stairs, right? So, Bryn still has a movement point. I guess Bryn's going to go this way towards the people who are scared over here, and then turn done. Galadin's going to get 4 movement points and 2 actions. 1, 2, 3 gets next to the token. So we have to do Galadin. Token. Discard this sight token. A chill wind blows at your back despite the air outside being warm. Movement flickers at the periphery of your vision, and turning you almost see a robed form pass through the door at the end of the hall. The door slowly opens. Okay, so we got to remove the door and this site token. Let's keep a door out here. Oh man. How am I supposed to fit this on camera? Well, 16A. I don't know where the Uthuk are going to be coming from. But I might have to throw in a cut and like swing this whole thing and push it that way, because this is not going to fit. I don't think. There's a lot of it. Let's see what comes up there. So a table and a shelf. You might just have to take my word for it, what's happening way up there. So there's really just a table. Got a shelf. We'll just go with this for now. Several dusty volumes are strewn about a large table as if the room's last occupant had been in the middle of some research. Okay, we got ever important treasure chest. Short hallway leads to stairs to the upper level. I keep putting this thing back over here and then needing to reach for it. Oh wait, 4A. I was about to say, that doesn't look right. Oh, so here's probably going to be the stairs, right? Did I put that thing correctly? Yeah, that's good. That's right. Some stairs and an explorer token. All right. So this is an occasion where it actually does not go under. So that's kind of interesting. We're going to go up another level, maybe over here. We shall see. Okay, so wow, Galadin's really got a lot to move here, I guess. And Bryn's going to be hanging out down here probably doing nothing. Well, anyway, so we've got one movement point left. Let's go here. We'll use our first action to interact with that token. You brush aside the cobwebs, letting more light from the entrance hall fall upon the portrait. Two women stand side by side in noble finery. One of them you recognize immediately as Adeline, albeit a little younger than when you last saw her. The other bears some familiar resemblance to Adeline, but you don't recognize her. A placard beneath the portrait reads Mother and Daughter. You may focus one card. So we get a re-roll. And I don't want it on the bow. We'll just put it on this skill here. Okay. It doesn't go away. A portrait showing Adeline. And you assume Bryn might recognize her. Oh. So they want Bryn to look at that? Well, we got to focus a card, I guess. Yeah, we're going to move with our other action. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up there next to the treasure chest that you can't see that's off camera, sorry. Here, I got a solution. Cards, cards, cards. There we go. All right. I think that's the end of our round phase, whatever, hero phase. Okay, so now the question is, I should have clicked on that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then have Bryn come over here. So we're gonna spend 2 rounds just going there and coming back. Is it worth it? Clearly there's something it wants us to know from that. Okay, whatever. Darkness phase. Do I have any fatigue I need to get rid of? I don't. More Uthuk will arrive in 3 rounds. Okay. Let's just get Galadin's out of the way. We're going to do an action to interact with the treasure. Might. I think they really wanted Bryn to go this way, so that's going to be 6 because we got a +1. Okay, we'll do it again for our other action. So that's 4, 5. We've got some advantages here. We'll take one of them because we get to get rid of it at the end. So 4, 5, that's another 6. You smash the lock until it comes loose. You throw open the chest to find clothing. A few gowns and other articles are folded neatly in the chest, and though they may be of fine quality, they're hardly of use to you right now. You'd almost given up on the chest when a fragment of bone catches your eye. You dig deeper to find a tattered black coat. It's lined with bits of bone, mostly from animals, you hope. It is worn and tattered beyond use, but a few minutes in the workshop should make it wearable again.
Take everything of worth.
Following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 10 cloth and the Undertaker's coat. Oh, after you defeat an enemy, choose one. Shift 3, discard 2 fatigue, or focus 1 card. Undertaker's coat. And it adds a health. It's medium armor too. Yeah, shift 3, discard 2 fatigue, or focus a card. Okay, so more armor into our inventories, not terrible. An icy breath chills the back of your neck. The room starts to feel heavy, dread clutching your heart. Ooh, a specter claws its way up through the floor. It swipes at you with its long, ethereal fingers, chilling the air. The chest is knocked aside as you defend yourself. Spawn a specter, level 1 specter. I don't know if I have fought a specter before. Here we go. We unfortunately used both of our actions to open the chest. Perhaps we should run away. It's probably going to have enough range. We shouldn't waste the opportunity to move, though, because we still haven't used our movement. So we will go 1, 2, 3 to here, so we can interact with the table next turn. Let's click on these and read about them. Several dusty volumes written about the large tables. If the room's last occupant was in, oh yeah. And then the shelf. Here may interact to search the bookshelf. That's all it says. Okay. I'm really conflicted about having Bryn go... Yeah, let's do it. So it'll be her movement, 1, 2, 3, 1 action to get more movement, 1, 2, 3, and then the last action to interact. Bryn brushes aside the cobwebs. We already read that. The other is Adeline's late daughter, Catherine. If she were still alive, she would be Adeline's heir instead of Bryn. Memories of Bryn's childhood flood her mind. Catherine, always the court darling. Catherine, always well-spoken. Catherine, the ideal future leader of Forthin. Bryn chooses. Bryn wishes she were more like Catherine, or Bryn wants to be herself. She wants to be herself. Catherine may have known how to play the part of noble leader, but Bryn has never been so neat. In these times, the best way she can help Forthin is with a strong arm and unshakable courage. If some think of her uncouth for it, so be it. Discard a fatigue, which we have none of, plus 1 additional fatigue for each of your fellowship cards. Okay. So we got a point towards that story stuff, but that was it. And now we're going to get attacked. Discard fatigue. Okay, we did take an advantage there. Target Bryn through the veil. After the defense, for each damage suffered, terrify a card. Oh, and we moved close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bummer. But 3 damage, which we can probably block, right? We roll a black die for defense. We got 2 defense here. We get 1 innate defense from our armor. No damage taken, so we do not need to terrify any cards. Move each enemy that is not a specter 3 spaces towards the nearest highlighted token. The Uthuk try to capture the villagers. This token is captured if there is at least 1 enemy adjacent to it. A hero adjacent to this token may suffer 1 damage for each enemy adjacent to this token to prevent it from being captured. Is this token captured? No, there's no other enemies on the board. No. More Uthuk will arrive in 2 rounds. Quickly, everyone, Bryn commands, stand shoulder to shoulder or perish. We also should have some kind of protection because we have that. We chose that one thing with the guards, right? Okay, Bryn's turn is easy. It's just going to be 3 maneuvers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Galadin will shoot. Spectre, 25 health. And the ranged weapons don't... Weapon secondary effects are half as likely to occur. Oh, that sucks. Ranged weapons don't do a whole lot of damage either. You know what? No, hang on. Cancel this. Cancel. I want to be attacking stuff with my mirror blades to progress the feat. So we're going to use this to flip to our mirrored blades. We'll get our movement points. Move there, we become impeded and lose the rest of our movement points. And now we will attack with our mirror blade. So we rolled a surge. I'm going to spin a focus to re-roll that. Well, during your attack, add 2 if there are no heroes adjacent to you. No, that's fine. We'll keep it. No, we could get a star and a surge, right? No, let's just keep it. That's fine. because our mirror blades, the surge here is during your attack, add 2. If there's no heroes adjacent to you, add 3 instead. So that's 3. We can put a fatigue onto our skill here. For a fatigue, if we rolled a surge, we can add a success. So that's 4 successes. And I think that's it, because the other one is if we didn't roll a surge, but we did. So we're using our mirror blades. 4 successes. If the enemy is Uthuk, it's not, right? Be aggressive, yep. So we're going to use our other action to attack again, because now Bloodthirsty Bracers will trigger. So we got a success and an advantage. So we're going to put a fatigue onto precision. If you did not roll a surge, add a surge. So we got 1 success from this. We might as well take a fatigue to turn the advantage into a success, so that's 2. We have a surge to spend. We can spend the surge on our blades. We're not adjacent to another hero, so that makes 5. And our Bloodthirsty Bracers are going to trigger also.
1 less.
18 damage, yes.
This is war. Take it all.
Oh, we got a... Oh, that recipe was actually for sale in the shop. Cool. And we didn't buy it. So we got 6 curios and a recipe. Okay, Spectre gone. And I actually didn't even put the orange thing on the Spectre. I forgot. So everybody's gone. We did 2 attacks. Do I want to do any flipping? I don't think so. I don't need to use my potions. Because I want to examine the table, right? Discard a fatigue. I think I want to take the fatigue off of... Actually, probably off of this one, because rolling a surge to get a success is good. Orothic arrive next round. Okay, so we'll have Galadin go first. We'll get our movement points. We're going to move 1 step here. We'll use 1 action to interact with the table. We've got 1 action left. Test is covered in books, each with notes in the margins of most pages. Most of the books appear to concern the undead and the history of how they came to be. Chief among the texts is a volume about Wykar the Undying. Long ago, he betrayed the Council of Barons and sought to secure all the stars of Timuron for himself. So strong was his resolve that he and his army became the undead Deathborn Legion. Only with the combined efforts of the Baronies, the Latari Elves, and the Dunwar Dwarves was Wykar beaten back. This is the second darkness. Most of the notes are faded, but you can make out one of them. Did Wykar become undead due to his evil intent, or did becoming undead turn him to evil? Would all necromancers suffer the same fate? You can prepare 1 card. We've only got 1 card that's not already prepared, which is our blades. So let's go to here. I don't necessarily want to do this yet, I don't think. So we're next to the shelf. We've got 1 movement point left. Let's interact with the shelf. Search the books. 1 hero may prepare a card. Okay, so we can have Bryn prepare a card. Let's prepare our hero card because I like the other side better. And that's it for Galadin. Well, we got 1 movement point left. Should we do the site token? No. I mean, what I'm thinking about doing is if the Uthuk are going to come from this way, we kind of want to run around and be up here, and then we can attack down. We can jump down a level. But then if we, it'd be better probably just to use our bow and shoot, because then we can, you know, possibly see what's this direction through this door. Okay, Bryn's turn. So we're not going to use our other movement point here. Bryn's going to get her 3 movement to 3. I don't think we need to interact with these tokens. We just need to protect them from enemies. So maybe we just stop here. And we'll use our actions interacting with the bookshelf. It'd be great shooting down at enemies that are next to this barricade, I guess. All right, interact with the bookshelf. Oh, we could make a barricade. It could be broken apart and used as a barricade. Let's search the bottles.
This is ours by right of salvage.
Gain the following cards. 1 Phoenix Ash Potion. So I think this is the instance where we get to use it during this mission because we didn't get the recipe. Before you are wounded, set your health dial to 4 instead. We've got 1 more action, so let's search the baubles.
Good. Grab it and keep moving.
So we got 5 leather from a pristine hide. Okay, so now we're going to have some enemies come on the board. We could get rid of a fatigue. Got a berserker and a golem. All right, so I don't have 1 loaded with orange yet, but I do have an orange golem. So next to the well. Probably not going to have any bandits. The bandits are not Uthuk, right? More Uthuk will arrive in 4 rounds. Rachel Golem lifts a boulder into an empty hand and turns its featureless face toward Bryn. Well, let's do Galadin's turn because it should be quick. Search the bottles. Got a crimson potion. Oh, this is interesting. So during your turn, perform 1 additional action, then suffer 4 damage. We got a lot of health. And the baubles. Doom an enemy. Moving aside a few unremarkable keepsakes, you notice a small jewelry box tucked behind a few books. Opening it, you find only a small, delicate key. It's probably for a rather fancy lock, like one might use on a chest. Like the chest we already opened. Let's doom the golem. Not that it's going to do anything. Then we get 4 movement points, so we'll use 1 to go here, but we're next to the sight token now. When you reach the foot of the stairs, a sudden cold draft draws your attention upward. At the top of the stairs, you see a ghostly form of a woman pass through the door and onto the balcony. Discard this sight token. The door slowly opens of its own accord. Remove this door. Okay, we get an orange blood witch. Of course, I dropped the orange thing on the floor. So there are now quite a few enemies down here. The chain that once held up a chandelier over the main hall now lies in a heap on the balcony. It looks sturdy enough to climb if someone needed to get from the ground floor to the balcony quickly. Place 1 Explorer token. And this door went away. A ghostly figure appears on the balcony as if watching the struggle against Yuthuk below. An echo makes itself heard over the din. Bryn, place 1 sight token. Spawn the following enemies. A white. So they went easy on us at the beginning with practically pushover zealot, and now I think that takes away the rest of my movement. I become impeded because there's an enemy that spawns next to me. I don't have any actions left. Explore the balcony with Bryn and protect the townsfolk. So we kind of need to swap positions. I don't want Bryn to get close enough for that golem to be able to attack either, though. So I probably need Galadin to take care of this, come over here to get the chain down while Bryn fights out here. This is going to be rough. And then Bryn can climb up maybe and not have to go all the way around. It is Bryn's turn. I don't want to get close to that golem, so I think I'm just going to keep looking at the stuff on the bookshelf. For one action.
They've taken much. Now we take it back.
Okay, we got Shadowstone Bracers recipe. I think I will move to like right here. I just don't know where the barricade's going to go, right? If it goes here, then is Bryn just kind of stuck back there? I don't want to get trapped in here, so I'm not going to move any farther than that. I can still interact with the shelf from right there. For the second action, to make a barricade. You throw the remaining books, bottles, and bottles off the bookshelf and break apart the wooden pieces. Soon enough, you've constructed a new jagged barricade. Remove the shelf. Oh, that's a good spot. So I still have movement, because I only moved one. I've got 2 movement left. Oh, well, they might attack at range, though. Will this tell me? No, it doesn't tell me what they're going to do. I don't know if I've ever had 4 enemies on the board at once. Yeah, I just do not want to get close for that golem. Because even if he only moves like 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's do this. We'll go back here with our last 2 and hope that that's fine. Okay. We've both gone. Let's see what they're going to do. We can discard a fatigue. We've only got 1 fatigue on the board. Target Galadin. The red mist around the Blood Witch writhes and churns. After the defense, each hero, then 3 spaces of the Blood Witch scars each card with 1 or more fatigue on it. Then they discard 1 fatigue from each card. So move 1 towards Galadin. Not that scary and way out of range. The white is targeting Bryn. Wait, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's right. That's who they want to target. But if they can't get to that person, then they attack the other person. So the white cannot get to Bryn, clearly. So it will attack Galadin. Whoa, 6 damage. Doesn't need to move because it's a melee attack. If the target is not adjacent to another hero, they terrify their hero card. It's okay, we can flip it. And terror, when time passes, you suffer a fatigue on the terrified card. Whatever. That's fine. So what am I doing? I'm defending with Galadin against a 6 attack. After your attack, if the enemy is defeated, no. During your attack, no extra defense stuff over here. So we got 3. There's nothing really we can add because we didn't roll a surge. Okay, so we take 3 damage down to 8. And we have to terrify our hero card. 2 movement, 3 range. If Bryn is the target during the defense, they cannot re-roll the dice. Yeah, so I'm out of range, so that's fine. After the defense, the Berserker shifts 1 toward and attacks a second hero if possible. Movement of 4, way out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Move each enemy that is not a specter 3 spaces towards the nearest highlighted token. Ooh, that sucks. Each enemy that is not a specter. This is our whites as considered specters? Probably not, right? So these guys are the easiest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interact. Shoot, I guess. 1, 2, 3. They're not next to them. More Uthuk will arrive in 3 rounds. Around the Blood Witch, a red toxic mist arises from the ground as they weave a curse into the air. Each hero within 3 spaces of the Blood Witch. 1, 2, 3. We're not. Okay, so nobody started chanting like anybody's name or anything, so that's fine. I think I'm going to have Galadin go first. just going to let this white move around and not worry about him this turn, I guess. 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll use one of our actions to go 1, maybe 1, and then interact. So we've got 3 left. And we've used an action to get more movement. We're using another action to interact with that thing. The chain, which once supported the chandelier, yeah. Throw down the chain. You make sure the end fastened to the wall is still secure and throw the other end over the edge. Discard this explore token. And we can put explore token right there. Okay, so we've got 3 movement points left. 1, 2. How many hit points do these guys have? 19 on the Blood Witch. Wow, the Golem has 36. The Berserker has 28. We get an extra success with them next to the barricade. We've got 1 movement point left. No actions left, though. But we could use the Crimson Potion. Which I think I'm going to do. So I can jump down. So that's movement is done. I'm going to use the Crimson Potion. I suffer 4 damage. Then I'm going to use the Vigor Potion. Oh wow, the Crimson Potion can only be used by Galadin or Varix. Anyways, I'm using the Vigor Potion to go back to 7. And I'm going to spend 3 fatigue, exposing this Berserker. So I get the extra action, right? That extra action is going to be to attack this Berserker with the Mirror Blades. It's next to a barricade, so I'm going to get the extra success here also. So we got a surge and an advantage. We'll do the advantage, putting it on the Mirror Blades, I guess. So that's 1. The surge on our Mirror Blades, we're not adjacent to another hero, so that gives us 3. So that's 4. We get 1 for the barricade, that's 5. We'll put a fatigue on here. After you roll, if you rolled a surge, which we did, you get another one. So that's 6. And the enemy is exposed.
Always another enemy.
Oh, and it's an Uthuk. That's right.
This is war. Take it.
Following has been added, so we got 5 bones and 7 leather. Remove the Berserker. Okay, that was good. Galadin had to do a lot to get in the way of that, though. We're going to use this prepare token to flip this, to get rid of this fatigue and this terror. I could take a fatigue to shift one. Do I need to shift one? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You know what I do? Because I kind of want to slow them down. I don't think that movement, when they automatically move at the end of the turn, like, is affected by being impeded. You know what I mean? I think we're good where we are. We're good. Okay, Bryn's turn. Bryn's going to use this prepared to flip to this side. It's going to use her 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm next to the barricade. That's fine. Now I'm going to use an action to use this outmaneuver on this card. That allows her to shift 3, then attack an enemy. So shifting 3 will go here. So I'm not next to the barricade. And get an attack in on the Blood Witch. It hasn't been damaged, so let's hopefully we get something good from our Stormbound Pendant. So we got 2 successes. Do I want to re-roll that? Like, is a surge going to help me? Not really. I can put 2 fatigue on here to add a success. So that's 3 with the hammer. During the attack, subtract 1 or each hero within 3 spaces of its enemy scars a card. I guess we're scarring cards because I'm not subtracting a success. That's not happening. I'll just scar this card because I'm probably not going to be flipping it. Subtract, yeah. Okay, so 3. We got 11. You or another hero who has already taken their turn may focus a card. Let's get another reroll on Bryn here. And what did we get? We got 3 from the Stormbound Pendant, which is nice. We've got another action left. Oh, we have to scar cards. We're both within 3, which is kind of unfortunate. We do have our antidote, though, so if we need to, we can get rid of conditions. After the attack, we have to flip this card. I think that's it. So let's just do our second attack on this Blood Witch. We got 3. I cannot add another one. Our base damage here is 3. I'm more interested in taking it out.
To me! Forward!
So it did block 1, but because it's 3 damage for each success, that was 9 minus the 1, so.
Good. Grab it and keep moving.
3 herbs and a braided pommel recipe. Remove the Blood Witch. Now we just have this gigantic guy left. 36 health, and this guy too. Okay, scarring cards. I guess we'll scar this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not interested in switching to the sword. And what am I not going to flip on this side? Antidote gets rid of 3 conditions. Okay. That is us. Darkness phase. Resolve infection and terror. Each hero can discard a fatigue. So one from here and one from here. We got rid of the terror. Yeah, we're good there. The damage of the Ragestone Golem is permanently increased by 1. Before this activation, one hero adjacent to the Ragestone Golem becomes the target and scars 1 card. No one is adjacent to it, and it is close enough. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I'm taking these scars off because the Blood Witch was next to the barricade, so I could have added 1 from the barricade and then subtracted 1 and got the exact same result. So anyways, the Rage Golem moves to there. He's got 4. So Bryn rolls a black die. She got 2 and a Surge. I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, we got 3 plus our armor adds 1. What did I get? Did I get 2 plus a Surge or 1 plus a Surge? Oh, whatever. I had 3 plus 1, so that's 4. That blocks all that damage. 4 towards Bryn. After the attack, the target is not adjacent to another hero. They terrify their hero card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Did not make it and is not a ranged attacker. Move each enemy that is not a specter 3 spaces towards the nearest highlighted token. I forgot to check to see if the white is a specter. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know actually if it should stop here because of impeding or stop here because of impeding, but whatever. Man, the barricade, oops, this isn't supposed to be here. This barricade here is clutch. Right. Not captured. Not captured. The white points a clawed finger at Galadin and howls with rage. So what I want to click on the white. Yeah, there's no keywords. Okay. That say Spectre. So we'll just start with Galadin since we're right next to this golem. We have not used our movement yet. We'll use 1 to attack. We've got the mirror blades up. Immune to affliction, and its defense has been increased by 1 until the end of the round. Yeah, every time you attack these things, that's right, they get more and more defense. So we got a success and an advantage. I want a surge here. So I'm using a reroll. Success and a surge is perfect. So we get 1 success. We get another success, which we're not going to forget because of the barricade. We rolled a surge, so we're going to add a fatigue here to get another success. That's 3. We'll spin that surge over here. We're not adjacent to a hero. So we get 3 more successes. So that's 6 with the mirror blades. Okay, it's not an Uthuk, so it didn't really do anything extra. Ooh, we got our feet.
Even now, I am
We got the hooked offhand recipe. Deal damage to blood witches or berserkers with your attacks. Activate a sight token. Well, Bryn, I think, needs to go up here to do this. So, and we're probably going to get more blood witches or berserkers, so let's just do that. It'd be nice if we had a zealot that Bryn could attack. Okay, our what's it called? Bloodthirsty bracers are going to trigger now, so we're just going to do our next attack here. Okay. We got a success and an advantage, which is fine because we're fatigued out on this thing, so we don't really want to surge that way. We can spend a fatigue. We'll put a fatigue here for the advantage, so that's starting out at 2. Next to the barricade is 3. Our precision skill, we can put a fatigue on that. We did not roll a surge, so we get to add a surge. We can spin the surge on our mirror blade, which adds 3. So that's 6 again, plus our bloodthirsty bracers. Yes, he has 3 defense this time, but exactly 18. Whew. Thank you, bloodthirsty bracers. Goodbye, golem. Okay, so now I kind of hope to get out of range. We haven't used our movement yet. This white was mad at Galadin for some reason. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to go over here. Do I want to flip anything? We'll probably have some time to get rid of some of this fatigue. So we're done with Galadin. So Bryn is going to go now. We'll activate her movement. She uses 1 to get next to that thing. She'll use 1 activation to interact with it. To climb. We can put her there. She's got 2 movement left. She's going to go 1 to here, which gets her next to that sight token. The ghostly form takes more distinct shape. Each detail becomes sharper one by one, like an artist's sketch in progress. Soon, Bryn recognizes the spirit unmistakably, her late cousin Catherine. Discard the sight token. Bryn, you've grown up. Catherine's spirit drifts closer, regarding her cousin curiously. Why have you come to Fallowhearth? Bryn chooses. To save Fallowhearth and its people, or to put a stop to the Uthuk's foul plans. We want to save Fallowhearth and its people. A village can be rebuilt, but Forthin only lives on if its people do, Bryn says. It is good that the people of Fallowhearth have a champion, if only they did not need one. Catherine's expression turns sad. I am pleased, cousin. Come with me. I may be able to give you aid. Catherine's form flows toward the end of the balcony before vanishing. The door there throws itself open. Remove this door. Tile 1A, 2 short pillars. And a staircase. Okay, so it's right on top. That's just there for the staircase. Door, bye-bye. Staircase. Short pillar and short pillar. Staircase. Did I grab one out of the box too? I did. It's like, why do I have an extra staircase? 11A. Okay. We're gonna need to move Bryn around here, it looks like. Why did I reach all the way down for 17? And I can even see 11 right here on top. A lot of tiles this time. 3 tall pillars. It's gonna go this way. Yes. Resting on top. So we'll put Bryn's cards over here. All right. Tall, tall, tall. And it really just needs to be there to support stuff and things. There. There. And there. Looks supportive. To there. Does that look right? What do we got in here? A table and the little altar thingy. Bookshelf. Not really a bookshelf. What is this thing? What do they call it? Lectern. I guess I could read the screen. And a table. An explore token. In front of the lectern. The site token's going to be gone. Speak with Catherine in her chambers with Bryn and defend the townsfolk. Okay, so we've got 2 movement left. 1, 2. We are going to use our rabbit foot potion, which allows us to shift 4 and prepare a card. Rabbit foot potion used. So what do we want to prepare? Probably our hero card, because that lets us shift 3 and attack with an action, right? So that's like moving and attacking with 1 card. Shift 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's upsetting. 1 space short. I guess we'll just move here with our other action. So we can interact with both of those. Can we even interact with the lectern? A large book with cryptic symbols rests on a lectern. Appears to be connected to what Catherine is doing. Some old tools sit on a small wooden table. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit greedy and go to right here instead so I can interact with this table. I've got all kinds of health. There's another round, I think, before more Uthuk show up. The white's pretty far away. It will get closer. We might even be able to take it out with Galadin. I think we're in a good shape here. Galadin's already gone. Bryn is done. Let's just do this now to flip our hero card in phase. Infection and terrors, none. We get to get rid of fatigue. We're getting rid of this and this. Movement of 3. If Galadin is the target, increase damage of the attack by 4. Oh, that's right, because he was mad at Galadin. But he's too far away. 1, 2, 3. Move each enemy that is not a specter 3 spaces toward the highlighted tokens. 1, 2, 3. Still next to a barricade. Not captured. Not captured. Your makeshift barricade is coming apart. It will not last much longer. Uh-oh. More Uthuk will arrive next round. Uh-oh. The white sweeps both blades to their side, twisting their exposed spine to the extreme. What does that mean? Probably it means don't be next to them if they're still alive next turn, right? So Bryn's going to interact with the table. Closer inspection, the tools are in pretty bad shape, but you think they can still be used as good scrap.
They have taken much. Now we take it back.
So we got some metal. All right, so now we'll use our movement. We've got 1 movement left to go right there, and let's interact with Catherine. Catherine's spirit strains as if trying to haul a great weight up from the depths. Let me remember this. Well, for being the pages of the book before her flip and flutter in a storm, the living cannot perceive. I know I have the power. I can call upon them to help us, Catherine says through clenched teeth. The ghost extends a hand toward Bryn. Help me, cousin. I'm not all that I once was. Understanding dawns on Bryn. Catherine, this is necromancy. Yes, only power like this can save Fallowhearth now. You may think it distasteful, but I can handle it. Bryn tries to lay a hand on her cousin's shoulder, but it passes through Catherine's ethereal form. But what good has ever come from calling on the dead? Are you not calling on me right now? Catherine says. She extends a hand toward Bryn, a hand that has begun to take on a more skeletal shape than before. This is our best chance. Now, help me, Bryn chooses. No, there must be another way, or very well, to defeat the Uthuk, we must take the risk. No, there must be another way. I will not lead Forthin down that road, declares Bryn. Catherine frowns and grits her spectral teeth. Then with a shout, she dashes the tome against the wall. It falls to the floor with a heavy thud. This is all I have, nothing else. Catherine clenches her fist. Then she looks down at her hands like seeing them for the first time. Or, no, you're right. I know a spell that might work. Without saying more, she glides down the stairs toward the balcony. Discard this Explore token. Catherine stands at the edge of the balcony. Her ghostly form flows like a flag in the storm. I don't need to command the undead to save Fallowhearth. She raises a hand. The air seems to crackle. Bryn, I will need time. Keep the Uthuk at bay a while longer. Place 1 Explore token. Protect the villagers while Catherine gathers strength. Some of Catherine's lecture is undoubtedly a volume of powerful necromancy, allowing the caster to summon the dead. I mean, do I want to interact with it next turn? I can move 1 space. Wait, I gotta put this here. I think I will interact. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do I care about interacting with this lectern or not? I think not. I think not. So we'll use up our last movement to move there. Then next turn, 1, 2, 3, 2. We can interact with our other action. Yeah, it's probably smarter. Because it sounds like this is going to go away soon. Okay, so Galadin will move 1, 2, so I'm not next to the barricade. I get impeded and can't move anymore. We have this white next to us. We still have our mirror blades up. Blue die for Galadin. Oh, great. It is a success and a surge. Which is probably our best result. So we get a success. We can put a fatigue onto here. Because we rolled a surge, we get to add another one. It's next to a barricade. That's 3. We can use the surge. There's no other heroes next to us to add 3. So that's 6. If the enemy's not defeated, I have to terrify a card, though. He's not going to be defeated with 25 health. 18 damage. That wasn't too bad. No blocked. Alright, so now we have to terrify a card. We'll terrify this. We'll just keep that open in case we get an advantage for our next attack. So we got a surge, which is going to be 3 from this. It's got 7. That's going to be 9, but it could block 3. I think I'll re-roll that. I got a success and an advantage, which is worse. No, it's not worse because I can add a surge from this. Okay, that's fine. We put a fatigue onto here. So what that one says is after you roll, if you did not roll a surge, add a surge. So now my surge from this makes it 4, and I got 1 natural. I don't even need to use the advantage because that would be 12. And if it blocks 3, that's still 9. So 4.
Always another enemy.
Oh, I forgot. I always forget that the bloodthirsty bracers are going to trigger. Oh.
Take everything of worth.
Ooh, we got 2 metal and 2 taros from a corroded blade. Okay, so we're out of actions. That was 2 attacks. I forgot to remove those. But I want to flip this, even though it was very handy just now. So this side is as an action. You and adjacent hero may each prepare 1 card. But I got rid of that terror, so that's not going to keep fatiguing. Do I want to shift? I don't think so. I think we're done. Probably going to be Uthuk coming in. We can discard fatigue. Nothing over here. Let's get rid of the one on here. No, this one. There's no terror or infection. Got a... Okay, Berserker and Golem again. Same spots. And Berserker. Let's not get a Blood Witch. Catherine stands at the edge of the balcony, stalwart in the face of the Uthuk. The eyes of everyone from Fallowhearth are on her, and they see the noble they remember. We will not fall in the face of the Uthuk, she declares. Magical energy builds around her, but she needs more time. Each hero may discard 2 fatigue. Okay. Catherine will be ready in 3 rounds. Rachel Golem lifts a boulder into an empty hand and turns its featureless face toward Bryn. So I think it had a movement of 2 and a range of 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Bryn's going to go first. We'll just use her first movement action to go there. Her next movement action, she's got 1 point left. Her last action will be to interact with Catherine. Catherine's spectral form struggles, as if trying to support a tremendous weight. Her brow furrows. I need more time. Keep the Uthuk away from the townsfolk. Catherine's ritual will be completed in 3 rounds. You may perform an additional action. Man, now I almost wish I had interacted with the lectern. I don't think I need to do anything, though. I've got 1 movement point left, but do I need to stay up here next to Catherine? I guess it's easy to get back up just by that, right? So I'll just move down. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. I don't think anyone's going to be in range for the bad guys. Okay. So that's Bryn done. Resolve infection and... Oh, I should not have done that. Galladin hadn't gone yet. Hang on. Galladin's going to flip for 1 action. That's probably it. I don't think I'm moving anywhere. We don't have infection and terror. We don't have any fatigue actually either. Yeah, so they're just too far away to do anything. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone needs to do damage to berserkers. Move each enemy that is not a specter 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No one's next to it. No one's next to it. Ooh. The barricade has broken down. We can discard 2 fatigue because she's continuing to get power, but we don't have fatigue. Catherine will be ready in 2 rounds. Berserker howls, wide eyes, looking at Bryn with a whole bunch of rage. Pretty sure it's Galadin. Wants to do 25. How much health does this berserker have? Okay, so Galadin wants to kill this berserker. So Galadin will go first. I know we're going to be staying next to the barricade, but we've got so much health, I think it's fine. We get impeded, so that's the rest of our movement. So we've got 2 actions here. Let's expose it for 3. I'll just remember that. And we'll do our first attack. Oh, that's not good. Nope, that's not good at all. Success and an advantage. We don't have our thing up that lets us get a surge, and surges is where it's at here. We will convert the advantage, I guess, for just 2 successes. Not a time to be falling apart here. Oh, it isn't Uthuk, so we do get more damage. Okay, we're just going to do it again. Bloodthirsty Bracers will trigger now. We really need a surge. Okay, so that's okay. Oh, this isn't good either. We only get 2 because we're adjacent to another hero. That's okay. We can put a fatigue onto here to add another one because we rolled a surge. So the surge here gets us 2. This gets us 3. Ah, that's a bummer. Oh, wait a minute. It's next to the barricade, so I get 2 more here. I forgot to add 1 last time, and I get to add 1 this time, so I'm going to do 5. And I forgot to expose it. Wow, it probably should be dead. I think I should, if it doesn't die, I should add 2 more damage from the exposed on the last hit. As a matter of fact, actually, hang on. Before I do this, I'm going to cancel, click on the Berserker, take him down 2 health, and he should be exposed. I think that fixes it. Now we do this with the 5. And confirm.
I won't stop until the end.
Oh, we got the extra damage because it was Uthuk also. Yes, okay, so I made that way harder on myself than I needed it to be.
This is war. Take it all.
So we got an Aquos and some leather, and we finished our feat also. Remove the Berserker.
My foe will fear
Activate
my
sight
name.
tokens or defeat an enemy that has a tactic. What does that mean? I'm just going to do this sight token thing. That's way easier. Man, I need another zealot. I can't believe we got 1 stupid point away from that. That's upsetting. 1, 2, 3. Bryn actually hasn't gone yet. That was last turn that she jumped down. It's not going to get anywhere close. So we've got 2 actions here. We could actually get in its way, I guess. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So we're going to get our movement points. So we're going to get 3 movement points. We will go 1, 2, 3 to here to stay away from the barricade. And we would be impeded, but we already used our movement points. We're going to use an action. Actually, first, because this side can take fatigue, before we flip this, let's use an action to attack. Yes, we're going to attack first. Just straight up attack instead of the action on the card. So see, that was kind of smart. So we get 2 fatigue, or 2 successes. 1 success because it's next to a barricade, so that's 3. We'll put a fatigue on here to convert one of these, so that's 4. And we'll put a fatigue here to make it 5. Why not? We'll put 2 here to make it 6. Because the hammer says for 2 fatigue, we can add a success to our attack. With our hammer, immune to affliction, yeah. So, whoops, 6. We want to do as much damage as possible before it starts buffing its defense.
Push forward.
Oh, and it's weak to crushing. Oh, look at that. We killed it. Ooh, the Stormbound Pendant did 6. 30 damage. Wow, we should get something sweet. For like way overkill.
By right of salvage.
Oh, it dropped the armor. Imperceptible cape. Before your defense, you may place 2 fatigue to add a blue die. Oh, we get to roll an extra die on defense? I don't know where that rune is. Imperceptible cape. Moon-forged robe. Okay, so we got some stuff this time. And remove the berserker. So we have an action left. I don't really think we need to do anything though, because Catherine's going to be done soon. I guess we'll just get movement points and move next to the chain. Okay. We can discard fatigue. I want to take fatigue. Oh, I had to flip. Oh no, I did not do that. I didn't do that action. I'll take that off of there and this off of here. Morgothuk in 2 rounds. Each hero can discard 2 fatigue. It's nice. Catherine keeps getting stronger. Catherine will be ready next round. I really don't think I need to do anything. Do I need to flip cards or anything? Prepare? I mean, I got an action here where I can prepare cards, so... I guess? Oh, it's adjacent heroes can prepare cards. I don't really need to do that, though. I guess I can prepare my hero card. My other action is going to be to flip this, because that's the one that if I don't roll a surge, I get a surge. And then I'm just going to be done. I don't really need to do anything. Unless I need to be up next to Catherine. Fatigue. And fatigue. No infection or terror. Morgothuk next round. Leave this place, Catherine shouts. A burst of magical energy ripples from her in all directions. She floats towards the keep's gate, knocking aside Uthuk like toys. Bryn, everyone follow me. No one questions the one-time heir to the throne of Forthin. At every turn, Catherine repulses the Uthuk, pushing them back with unseen force. The procession of Fallowhearth's people continues until the keep is well behind them. Catherine stumbles and falls. Bryn is there to drop by her side. Catherine, are you... Catherine smiles up at Bryn. Her face is drawn, with more years on it than Bryn ever remembered seeing in life. Bryn, that magic. I had to draw on my own spirit for it. I cannot stay here. I need your help, Bryn pleads. Catherine shakes her head. No, Bryn. It's your time now. I wish I could meet who you are becoming. And then Catherine is gone. The heroes win.
If only we were always so successful.
The last of the Uthuk retreat. The survivors are safe. See to the survivors. You there, make sure everyone has food and a warm place to sleep. Villagers begin to emerge, tending to the dead and wounded. It already feels more peaceful here, despite everything. Yes, the villagers should be able to resettle after the Uthuk are dealt with. So they're not staying? They can't stay here. The Uthuk might return, and we can't spare enough soldiers to defend them. We'll escort them back to Frostgate. Why Fallowhearth? Why not any other town? Doesn't matter. What matters is we win, they lose. Let's go home. So we got quite a bit, and we finished quite a few feats also. Traveling back. I find an old lost orc merchant wandering through some lowlands. She insists she can find her own way out, but does ask for a bit of food in exchange for one of her trinkets. So we got 20 cloth from something. See if there's any updates here in Frostgate. So no story or anything. And out on the map, so we do have a story event. We've got a quest up here that requires Kaylee, okay? And we still have this side quest, Dark Tidings. How do I go back into Frostgate? Okay, so I'm gonna clean up. That was a pretty fun mission. It was different. The enemies never really got close to over here. I think I did kind of a smart thing with understanding that Bryn had to come up here to get all this done, and we had good timing with that. It could have taken a long time if like the chain wasn't there. If Bryn had to go all the way around up here, that would have taken forever. I just didn't interact with the lectern, but everything else I got. So okay, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough and everything that I'm putting up on the channel. Leave me any comments down below. Subscribe and like if you haven't, please. And I will see you in the next one.